Welcome, everyone. This is a profound question that has occurred to humanity throughout our long history and civilization on Earth. Do you want to live a longer life? And it occurs even now in 2023. And I'm joined to address this question by my good colleague and friend, Patty Greer, CEO of ESS 60. Welcome, Patty.
Thank you. I'm CEO of C60 Evo, and our lab makes ESS 60. We're the only one in the world, and ESS 60 is the edible version for humans and pets of the carbon-60 miracle molecule.
Thank you for that clarification. Now, do you want to live a longer life? And if so, you should be looking into ESS 60. And many people who watch ExopoliticsTV, which is part of the World Good News Network, because it was co-founded with the famous futurist Buckminster Fuller. Bucky and I founded it, and you can talk to former U.S. chrononaut time traveler Andy Bishaga. When Andy last met with Bucky, Bucky said to him, "Andy, have you talked to Alfred Weber? He and I are founding the World Good News Network." So you tune in to hear all the good news. Now, what's the relation with Bucky Fuller? Well, in 1996, the Nobel Prize was given to fullerenes, the carbon-60 molecule, a miracle molecule named after Buckminster Fuller. So all of a whole cloth, synchronicity being one of the modern time miracles, you've come here on the World Good News Network, co-founded by Buckminster Fuller, to learn more about the fullerene in its form, ESS 60, made by Patty Greer's company that I'm here with her to tell you about. And so the truth is that ESS 60 can improve your health in ways that you may have not ever thought about. And there are over 1,000+ scientific studies to prove it. Okay, so let me turn it over to you, and we can go down this well-documented publication here and share it, because the answer is do you want to live a longer life? Most people who are grounded and have really thought about it, their souls will say, of course we do. So over to you, Patty.
Thank you. Yeah, there was only one major paper that was written, I believe peer-reviewed, the 2012 Paris Bhakti study, BAATI, Paris Bhakti study of 2012, where they were testing carbon-60 fullerenes to see if it was toxic. So they set out 3 different groups of lab rats, Wistar rats, and they fed them a different diet. Ultimately, one group had water, the other group had olive oil, and the third group had ESS 60 and olive oil. And those rats ultimately lived 90% longer, plus they died without tumors. So not only was this toxicity study the complete opposite of what they would have ever guessed, it wasn't toxic, let alone it almost doubled the lifespan of the test subjects. And when we look at mice and rats and humans, for some reason, Chris explains rats are closer biology to humans than mice are. So they use Wistar rats in the labs. And I'm sorry, because I care for all animals, but ultimately, those rats might have lived even longer. There were 2 that just trailed and trailed of the C60 Evo formula eating rats. And the other thing, the fact is that they died without tumors. Yeah, When people can live without tumors, they're going to enjoy having a longer life. And I think this is one of the keys. And I would never make a medical claim, but I will say that we have 5 different 4th stage big C clinics that are selling, well, they're using C60 Evo organic extra virgin olive oil, which is our #1 product that was tested in the Paris Bhakti study. And they're using it on 4th stage big C clinic patients as daily protocol. Now, I only know this because they were medical clinics and they kept ordering dozens. And when any customer orders dozens, I will usually make a call and say, hey, where are you selling so much? And amazingly, they've been helping people with the terrible disease to perhaps have some remission. I'm not saying we're curing it. I would never say that, but they wouldn't be reordering if they weren't seeing positive results with our ESS60. So longevity test is being redone now with one of the 3 scientists, Musa, that won the Nobel Prize in 1996 in chemistry for the carbon-60 molecule. My partners, I'm very proud to say, are writing a paper and doing a new peer-reviewed research report that ESS60, not C60, ESS60 that's made for humans and pets is safe for human consumption. And we cannot say that about carbon-60, even if it's 99 or 99.9%, we can't say that it's safe because our C60, we've been making for 31 years in the lab for batteries, solar cells, all kinds of industrial purposes. We never thought we were making it, I should say my partners never thought they were making something for humans until the last 5-6 years when all of a sudden it's had a big boom. It had the big test in 2012, 10 years ago. So people felt safe using it from our lab. So we got to be careful of the C60 from, shall we say, Wuhan, Russia, Canada, some basement labs in America that claim to be making different forms of C60. You know, again, we need to be very mindful about what we put in our body. And when it comes to the carbon-60 fullerene, we want to do what is safe for humans, which is ESS60, specifically cleaned and manufactured for us and our pets.
Right. And so what you've done here, which I think is very useful for people, is to set out a few ways that people can add and can take their miracle molecule carbon-60 fullerene in their daily routines. So let's start with the first one. You can add ESS60 to your morning smoothie, your morning coffee, or if like me, you're a tea drinker, your morning tea, right?
And you're going to want to use the MCT coconut oil for sure. It is so delicious in coffee. And when we look at the concentration levels, we have 3 flavors. We have MCT coconut oil that delivers 0.35 milligrams per milliliters. We have organic avocado oil that delivers 0.6 or 0.65. And then we have our olive oil, which holds 0.8 milligrams to 0.85 milligrams per milliliters of carbon-60. And no matter how long we mix it, 3 weeks consistently, and we have these huge, gorgeous, upside-down pyramid stainless steel vessels that churn and churn for 3 solid weeks, mixing our ESS60 in these organic, carefully sourced oils. No oxidation, no light, which is really important for maximum concentration. So when I went to see the lab, when they flew me down to become partners, I was stunned because I'd been to 2 other local labs that were making C60, and it was like garage and basement. And then I go and see this real lab, and it was shocking, absolutely stellar. And so I feel like we have our partnership meeting tomorrow, and I run the meetings because I'm the CEO. But I feel like I want to just be so thankful to my partners for choosing to do this with me because of all the C60 companies out there, there's only one in the world that's been making C60 for 31 years. They know the industry in and out, and they actually, Chris and Robert, invented the carbon 60 machine. It's called a reactor, and it's like 2 tons of metal, if not 4. Just this huge, monstrous Star Wars, to me, looking machine to burn. They're called graphene rods, having nothing to do with graphite or oxide, whatever, graphene oxide, nothing to do with that. They do pure graphite rods, and they burn it at the heat of the sun to create carbon 60 black powder. And then they clean it in the lab with all these massive machines to become pure C60 ESS 60. And it is mind-boggling. For me, I will personally say I have no doubt it saved my life. This is my big bottle. It's 32 ounces. This is our biggest bottle. It's like the size of my head. And I'll probably show it like for the next year without opening it, because I kind of just love how much is in here. And if God forbid the PO breaks down or UPS breaks down and FedEx, who knows if they'll all stop. I'm stocking up. And I do like to mention that if you buy a dozen bottles, you're going to save 25%. And we have sold a lot of cases lately because people are stocking up. We don't know what's coming, but you don't want to run out of your C60 Evo once you get going on it. And if you use Alfred's code, ALW, what's your code?
Yeah, it's EVALW.
Thank you. EVALW, you're going to save another 10% off at checkout. Probably the best deal you could possibly get is to buy a case for 25% off, use Alfred's code, get another 10 off. My partners wouldn't love it that I'm saying this out loud, but it's a great deal. And if you get a couple of friends to buy a dozen, then you each get 3 bottles. That's nothing. We sell it in 2 ounce, 4 ounce, 8 ounce, 16 ounce, and 32 ounce bottles, which is the big one. And if you've got an office full of people that are kind of tired and lethargic later in the day or whatever, you might want to get a big bottle of the olive oil and a pile of spoons in a cup and put it out at the office and watch your crew go, oh yeah, I've heard about that. I'll try it. Just a little teaspoon, and all of a sudden you might get 30% more production out of your staff. We have heard remarkable stories about that. So I think that's kind of a fun benefit, is that you're going to get so much more energy. Let's look at Alfred Lambremont Webre. Okay, he's proud, so I can say it out loud. He's 80. He takes C60 Evo. He quit for like a month or 2, and then he went back on it and doubled up. And now he's been taking the doubled up amount. His hair, compared to 3 years ago when I saw images of you, is so long, so dark, so incredibly healthy. And I'm pretty sure it's from the Evo. But again, at 80 years old, you're putting out a show a day or an article a day at least. And you wrote 5 novels last year. Well, first one going what?
No, they are nonfiction works.
Nonfiction works. The first one being 800 pages. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay. So what I'm saying is you're going to get your money's worth out of a bottle of ESS 60 or C60 Evo, no matter what flavor. I mean, did you feel like it really enhanced your energy and output?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I am operating at a level that I never thought I would be doing, now. And it's incredible. But here, I want to mention this daily routine way, because I'd never thought of it. And it sounds really good. Mix ESS 60 with water and drink it throughout the day. This is an easy way to ensure you're getting your daily dose of ESS 60. Mix a few milliliters of ESS 60 oil with water and drink it throughout the day. That's quite the thing, because you have, let's say you have your bottle of water here and you're just drinking it there, and wow, that's amazing. You're being hydrated, and you're taking the miracle molecule at the same time. That's a really good idea.
I have never done that. And typically my brain is going, oil and water don't really mix. But if it's a glass of water, the oil's going to sit on top in little circles. So I imagine if you drink it, you're going to drink it, right up before you drink the rest of your water. I personally take it on a spoon. I take it immediately when I think of it in the morning before noon, or I don't sleep well. If I take it later in the day, I don't sleep well. And even though I'm only 5'2" pint-sized little girl, I take a tablespoon, which is 3 teaspoons. And when I take it late, like today I did at 12:30, I only take 1 teaspoon. And I've got my new thing, which is I chase it with something my 90-plus-year-old mom just taught me, blackstrap molasses. She said
Wow.
it's really good for bones and joints. And I've been chasing my Olive Evo. I just use the same spoon, pour the molasses straight in the spoon, and take that also. And I am feeling perky.
Blackstrap molasses. Wow, I've never heard of that one. Well, that sounds very interesting.
And decades old, it's one of those grandma things. But it's, I think that pretty soon we're going to go back to those natural grandma things because dark pharma has really lost our faith. And for myself, I went through 2 life-threatening situations where literally people tried to kill me. And the fact that I'm even here, to me, is a miracle, and I give credit to the C60 Evo. I don't think I'd still be here. And I look at the title, do you want to live a longer life? It's like, well, yeah, as long as the world keeps healing, which is so important.
Well, let's take a look at, can you see those products coming up, those
Oh, yeah.
ESS60 products?
Oh, yeah.
And so why don't you walk us through some of those?
I'd love to. Okay, well, I guess they're in order of how they sell because our 4-ounce olive oil is a major seller. It's the one that was done in the Paris Bhakti study. And any tests or research papers that we do now, of course, we send samples to research institutions of our C60 Evo organic extra virgin olive oil because boom, 0.86 milligrams per milliliters. Every batch is tested before it leaves the lab, so we know we're not shorting customers, which is really important when you're selling something that is this potent. You don't want to sell products that have half the potency that the label claims, which unfortunately, when we tested 22 products online, we didn't find any hardly that had even 50% of what their labels claimed, which just says they're casual laboratories without an HPLC machine, which measures your concentration. So again, you want to be buying from professional labs. This is the organic olive oil. And if you sign up for a monthly subscription, you'll save 20% off the price. So it's either $95, buy it once, try it, or $75 monthly subscription. And you can cancel if you don't love it, but you probably will. And then whatever you do, make sure you go EVALW at checkout to get another 10% off. Then we have the advanced facial serum, which I invented with Brigitte Mars, an herbalist. We started with chia seed oil, which I've never heard of in a facial serum. It is so lovely, and ended with rosemary essence, organic rosemary oil, and it smells so good. Great in the morning, great at night, sends you off into dreams. And Brigitte, who does all this etheric work, says that it takes your dreams into a higher state, rosemary oil. I have received so many letters about people that noticed a change in their skin the first morning, and you just want to put it on a clean face morning and night, or just mornings or just night. It's fine. If you want to mix it with the other to the right, the 2-part serum, which is the C60 Evo Youth Renew Duo. Our lab found that there was another miracle molecule called UTH29, which is a copper peptide. I have to whisper copper. It's a peptide, and So because we don't mix oil and water typically, we have it in two separate parts so that we didn't have to put in emulsifier chemicals. And so you activate it in the palm of your hand. 2 squeezes of the blue, bright blue, amazing peptide formula, and then a couple of drops per squeeze of the activator oil, which is, again, a delicious rose, a mandarin rose, not rosemary. And you're going to get wrinkle relief, and it's both of the facial serums. I think people just need to try them both and see which one they resonate with. I use them both. During the day, I'll throw on this if I feel dry, the advanced facial serum. Plus I love the scent. And if you smell it before you put it on, you kind of benefit also from the delicious essence. And then we have subscriptions. Okay, I mentioned that 20% off every month. You can do subscriptions. If you, let's go further into the store. If you get collection sets, which is an inside oil and an outside facial serum, or we also have lip balms. If you buy more than one item at a time, and we offer tons of different gift sets, you're going to receive 15% off each item. And if you buy the case, it's 25%. So there's all kinds of ways to save money. We have videos on the website, c60evo.com. We are on YouTube. We are on Amazon, but we don't talk about it much because you'll do better on the website. But hey, Amazon also. We have dog and cat formulas, and the dog version has bacon essence, natural, and the cat version has salmon essence. And a lot of men have written, and one woman said actually yesterday, I want bacon essence. So you just buy the dog formula and ignore the word dog, because it's literally our #1 selling olive oil plus a little bacon essence and ESS 60. So the most recent product. Okay, so how many people lost a bunch of hair after having the recent, let's call it flu, and all of a sudden your hair fell out? Or if you got a shot in the arm and all of a sudden your hair fell out. We have a formula because ESS 60 seems to heal everything. This is called the C60 Evo Hair Renewal. And this one is the UTH 29 formula. This one is the activator with the delicious ESS 60 oils. You want to wash your hair, then put it on and get out of the shower, put it on, rub it through, and just leave it in. And I was one of those people. That's why we invented the product. I called Chris and I said, holy crap, the drain of my shower has a pile of hair. My hairbrush, I've never been like this. And so can you do something for hair? And he said, we're already working on it because a few of us also are dealing with it. And sure enough, 3 weeks later, I gave my bottles away for somebody else to use because it took me 3 weeks. I haven't been losing hair, and it's been 2 years now. So I look at Alfred's hair. You didn't need to do the hair formula because you're taking the inside Evo and putting it on your face, I believe, also. And when you're taking it, you're going to get all the benefits because it goes into all your mitochondria, all of your cells, and it's literally 172 times more potent than vitamin C as an antioxidant. And it's such a small molecule that it fits into places that vitamin C can't. So ESS 60 is truly a miracle molecule, and it's really great for people and pets. And we're hearing a lot of pet testimonials, and they're saying old dogs learn new tricks. Oh my God, my little Pomeranian is finally humping again. I mean, all kinds of funny replies, but people that their dog was so old they had to carry it to go outside to go to the bathroom. He said now the dog is bounding up the stairs. Love it.
Very, very good. Well, we're almost at that magic 30-minute mark, which is introducing you and introducing those who are watching to living longer, doing these routines that lead to a longer life. And so I'm really glad that in this 30 minutes, we can really pack this information and easy steps. It's like a stairway to heaven, wouldn't you say?
It has been for a lot of our customers. And I don't know if I mentioned this to you or somebody else this morning, but we had a man that wrote us and he said, I've had MS my whole life. My hands were shaking out of control. Couldn't sleep at night. Never comfortable in my skin. I've tried everything over the last 15 years. I finally tried C60 Evo olive oil. He said it took 2 weeks. My hands stopped shaking and I haven't felt this good since I can remember. And he just kept saying, God bless you. God bless you. These are the things that give me great joy when I wake up every day. You know, you and I work hard. We're working every day. I'm not as old as you, but I'm getting close. And, you know, I'm just grateful that we still are doing things that benefit the world. And for me to be partners with Chris and Robert, who invented the reactor machine, that we're putting out immaculate products, that our shipping group is the coolest, youngest, smartest, nicest people. Everybody can contact our customer service, ask any kind of question, and they are there all day long in Texas. We're an American patriot country, totally dedicated to, I have been sending products to all of the, in my opinion, important influencers, including you and Roseanne Barr and You Are Free TV and Peggy Hall and SGT Report and X22. I mean, I have really reached out, and it helps that I was a filmmaker in ufology, so I kind of knew a lot of people and I can get in and out of doors, but it's not about getting out. It's about getting in to say, here's some products I want you to try. And I'm trying to get them to Mike Adams because it's really important that we keep all of us alive till we get to the other side and get to celebrate life. And in the meantime, I'm going to do everything I can to keep people healing with C60 Evo. And thank you, Alfred, for being one of our important regular influencers and being a great example of what the product does. I mean, you wouldn't be a good influencer if you didn't take the product. You know, we don't look for actors. We look for people that actually take the product. And we got quite a group now building. So many blessings to everyone, and give it a try. You're worth it.
Well, thank you so much. And now I just want to give a quick coming attractions that we'll be covering in some future panels. Let me see if technically we can do this here. Can you see this new information on the screen?
Yes.
Does that come up? Well, look, in our next panels, we'll be covering how the fullerene C60 Evo's miracle molecule ESS60, all these benefits, how much it covers. We'll be going through all of this, and then we'll be covering how does it work, and we'll be covering in detail the neutralization of free radicals, and what the effects are. And all of this will be answering that question that we put up there, living longer. So this is a theme that we're going to come back to again and again. So these are the coming attractions on our next panel. And I urge everyone who's watching this, jump on these easy steps, get on the bandwagon of living longer, because it's really easy. And boom, the miracle is here. The miracle is here now.
Amen.
So over to you, Patty.
I just say amen. This is a great breakthrough technology in healing the body. And 10 years ago, it was CBD and all the hesitation and and now it's commonplace and everybody knows, yeah, it helps with pain. C60 Evo, I believe, is the CBD of this era. And the more people that try it, the more people that love it and will stay well. You know, to boost your immunity when we've got Fauci and Gates still alive is a really good thing. I also find that one of my biggest benefits is the mental element of calm, because I watch a lot of news and the world is so wacky right now. And it's hard to tell what's true and what isn't. But boy, this stuff keeps my brain balanced. I want to mention one more product that I forgot. We
Sure.
sell capsules. For people that travel a lot, you can take a pile of these in a baggie and not have a problem with getting through TSA. But also people that don't like the taste or the feeling of oil on a spoon in your mouth, whatever, take a handful of capsule 6, and you'll have the same benefit as a nice big spoonful of the olive oil. So there you go, Alfred. Keep anti-aging, and I'll see you on the next round of News Evolution. Thank you, Buckminster Fuller. And the full circle of C60 Evo.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And until our next panel, thank you.